Hey Gemini, welcome to your reading. It's Empress Rose. These are general readings, so we take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your storyline or wavelength on this reading, check your other major placements for other information. All right, we're starting, of course, as usual, the Oracle Mystical Moments deck. All right, we just got our chunk here. Ooh, all right. So we're starting off with Red Garden. This is something very obvious has changed and something very subtle has changed with you. But you are looking at the past through, I want to say rose-colored glasses, but it's not always rose-colored. It's looking at the past through something, and it seems better than what it really was. Your heart's ready to move forward. Your heart's ready to move on. It's looking to the future, but you are still focused on something from your past. You're still very focused on that thing from the past. Your mind has changed about a lot of things, and that's very clear. Nobody's guessing about that, but then there's also this other more subtle change, maybe about your heart, maybe sexuality, something like that has changed, and you're still keeping that very private. But it all has to do with something that's happened in the past that's caused this change. But your heart's ready to move forward. It's your mind that's really focused back here. And it might not be seeing the whole situation very accurately either. Then we have Under My Umbrella. This is a big idea, a big thought that you've had for a very long time. This could be like the all-American novel. This could be a new career path, something like that, but you're very protective of it. You're not letting it get wet. You're not letting anything touch it. It could be this more private thing that's changed here, and you're very protective of it. You're not letting people really see into that or let anybody know. You're not letting anything happen to that idea, happen to that vision. You're holding on very tightly to that. It could be the thing from your past, actually, that you're very much holding on to and protective of, because you don't want that narrative to change at all. And you want to see it the way you see it, and you don't want to see it any differently. Could be that. Could be that. You have Moon Dance here. This is moving forward, tiptoes, step by step. You are moving forward. Your heart's ready to move forward. And you are moving forward bit by bit. You've got these three little birds reassuring you that everything's going to be all right. You're having to use your intuition as you tiptoe forward. It feels like a very delicate a delicate dance to you, a delicate balance. It seems very fraught and very dangerous journey that you're on. And you're just having to follow your intuition and tiptoe forward bit by bit. You're about halfway there, and this could just be your perception of the situation as being extremely difficult and extremely delicate, or it could actually be extremely delicate. But just the reason why I'm saying it's your perception is because we're seeing that your perception is a little skewed here. So it might not be as difficult and terrifying as, I mean, you might be terrified, but the actual journey, it is looking really scary here, but it might be just because we're getting that perception card that your perception might be a little bit off. It might not be quite as delicate and scary as you're thinking and worried. But at any rate, whether it is or it isn't, you feel that it is, and you're moving ahead, toe by toe, step by step, dancing across this precarious, what feels to you to be a very precarious expanse. And you just have your intuition to guide you. So hopefully it's being a good guide. And then we have Mermaid's Love. This is my favorite relationship card in the deck. But it doesn't necessarily have to be about relationships. It could be a psyche, something about your psychology here also. So we have the perfect marriage of emotion, and intuition, and intellect here. So this could be two people. This could be a job and a person. This could be two, same gender doesn't matter. It could be same gender people. But one side of this equation is very organized, very intellectual, very all about ideas. They've got their spreadsheet out. They're all about ideas, and they're all about organization and success and thinking. This is the mind here. And so it could be some part of this equation. It could be It could be a person, could be a business that's just all about ideas, all about intellect, all about, you know, some sort of engineering or something like that, which is very organized, very orderly, thinking it through. And then we have this intuitive, emotional part here. And these two, when they come together, they're a really strong team. But they're both extremely comfortable with where they're coming from, with the world that they normally operate in. They're not going to give that up. This mermaid isn't going to go lose her voice for some legs. This bird isn't going to drown itself so that it can... You know, they're both very comfortable with who they are, and they're bringing that whole self into the equation. So this is your artist working in your engineering business. This is your engineer or your accountant coming in to help the artist or the more emotionally connected person, the spiritual leader, the social worker, whatever, coming in to help them be more organized and more clear. And so they're both very comfortable with who they are, though. There's a lot of self-confidence and a lot of being happy with who you are. And that's what makes a union of opposites work. A union of opposites cannot work if either party feels that the other party is better than them or that they're better than the other party. It's just two different people. Two different skill sets coming together to create something much stronger. And it always reminds me of the horizon on the ocean. We have the ocean here and the air here, and they're not going to really combine. Sometimes we have birds that swim, and sometimes we have fish that fly, but it's not a permanent situation. They know where they belong, and they're happy with it. So we're talking about things coming together that are opposites, but they're coming together in a really nice, beautiful way that complements each other. And they both know their strengths, and they're both happy with their strengths. They wouldn't have it any other way. And there's a lot of appreciation for the other strengths. Okay, so I combined my Moonology deck with my Work Your Light deck, my new deck. And so we're just seeing what happens here with this. And if I don't like it, I'll go back. Oh, I don't know anything about this card. It's a new card, new deck. So, I mean, I don't not know anything. I've read about it, but it's new to me. So, Mintakan. Oh, longing for home, belonging to the original light workers. But it's also talking about a watery place, a very deeply emotional place that you miss. Original light workers, I was talking about that with this one, the light worker, who's kind of living in a different world, a different, more ethereal, less organized world, meeting someone who's a lot more grounded. So we have this, like, Mintankan is about being from like a watery world. We have a mermaid here again, so we have a mermaid a second time here. And we have two birdmen. Basically, we have two birdmen right here, and two female mermaids. Gender doesn't matter, so I don't know why it doesn't matter in most regards, in my opinion. I'm not a real expert on gender, but gender to me seems to just be what clothes do you like, and how do you like to look, and if you like pleats in your pants or not pleats in your pants. That's all. I'm not an expert though, so correct me if I'm wrong. No, don't. It makes sense in my head. So longing for home, longing for a sense of belonging, feeling like you're out of your element. And here we're talking about two elements coming together that are very opposite. So we could be talking about the flying fish here, who's sort of feeling a little bit out of their element, a little bit not quite at home. And here you are right here too, not quite at home, feeling very delicate, very scared, a journey through some land that is very other than what you are familiar with. So a longing to belong, feeling out of your element here. And then we have South Node, don't let your past hold you back. This means there might be some sort of, this is what I was saying with this one and this one, this sort of obsession of something that's happened in your past, this obsession with it. You need to, and this South Node is about what we get obsessed about, what we can become addicted to. So there's something in your past that you're very obsessed about and very, very worried about and concerned about and is on your mind. So this is, you've got to let that go. Whatever's in your past that you're obsessing about and having an issue with and probably not seeing very clearly, it's time to let that past thing go, because it's preventing your movement forward. You have this longing to belong, but you're also just very much looking at something, some idea about your past that you're clinging to, and it's not serving you well. You're not going to be able to find the place where you do belong if you're continually gazing at where you don't belong anymore, at the past thing that you don't belong there anymore. So stop obsessing about it, I guess, is what that South Node says. Hey, I just got this personally myself, so I understand obsession. I understand this card, so I don't mean to be cruel or anything. It's everybody gets that card sometimes, okay? Full moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. Yeah, you're not seeing something clearly. You need to look at some sort of bigger picture. And then we have full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. That's good. Yeah, once you let go of something, you're going to be able to move this difficult journey. The end's coming. You're over halfway done, or you're almost halfway done. Okay, and so this thing that feels very difficult to you is almost over. It's almost done. So you can move forward. Keep tiptoeing forward. You're almost there. It's been difficult. It's been a difficult journey, but keep moving forward. All right, Gemini, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Okay, in your recent past, Seven of Wands, you've had to defend yourself and defend your ideas and defend. You've had to be in a defending mode, or you have been in a defensive mode, which is possibly where you're stuck at right here, is defensiveness. This past thing. So you have been through a battle. You've been through a battle, and you've had to defend yourself. Your present situation, you have the Chariot. This is things wanting to move very quickly forward. We have things that are aligned now. The opposites, the duality has sort of come into alignment. Our duality here has come into alignment, and we can move forward very quickly. We have sort of a magic wand here. This can be things moving so fast that it almost has a time machine vibe to it. So you could either be moving physically or emotionally through something like that. There's just some rapid movement here at Chariot. Some successes of what you wanted, what you were fighting for. You may have it now. See, you're still holding this wand. See, look at that. Look at that. You're still holding this wand. Only now you're moving. Before you were like defending, and I think the tarot doesn't want you to get stuck in this energy. Things can move forward right now really quickly for you, and it wants you to know that and to pay attention to that, and not be stuck feeling like you still have to fight this battle over and over and over again. Time to move on, move forward, and you can do it quickly right now. Things are aligned so that you can move forward very quickly right now. In your inner landscape, you have the Well. Again, oh my gosh, you have this longing to return to the source, this Mintankan. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. I just have reader's vocabulary about it. I've never heard anyone talk about it. This Mintankan energy, this longing for home, this longing for the well. She's at a well here, and here we are longing for this water, this depth, this healing water. So you're longing to return to the source, to almost a baptism, I want to say, like a spiritual, emotional baptism. This would definitely help you release this stuff from your past. But this baptism here, this source, you want to go back to source. You want to go back to some place where you belong, to some place that's rejuvenating, to some place that's spiritually rejuvenating for you. You're really looking for that and looking forward to that. At issue is this reverse tower, pretty much the same as a tower, but a little more chaotic, and possibly things coming together. So things fall apart for the purpose of coming back together. So that's what we always need to remember with the tower moment. It's like you built a tower with your Legos, and either you or somebody else came in, smashed that tower, but it's because you wanted to play with a boat now. You didn't want a tower anymore. So there's been some sort of destruction for the purpose of renewal and rejuvenation, but that's an issue. You might be just focusing on the destruction and not the renewal part. You might just be focusing on what's fallen apart, and that now you just have a bunch of Legos here where once you had a tower. But this is, so it could be a matter of where you're focusing in, and we've got several things that talk about that. So what's that issue? It could be a tower moment in your life where something is actually falling apart right now, and not just in the past, but it could be something falling apart right now. Some sort of realization, though, some sort of new understanding or new seeing of things. We have this masked man falling off of this tower. So something that was hidden from you could be being revealed right now. And coming down. This is sort of divinely guided, but it's creating an issue for you, and that could be just being so focused on what's falling apart. You're not seeing what's coming together. You're so focused on what's come apart, and so focused on that you're not able to see it, because it's creating an issue. Well, the tower moment's going to create an issue for literally every, I want to say Tom, Dick, and Harry on this planet. Nobody loves a tower moment where, and again, tarot is dealing with archetypes. So some of the stuff that talks bigger than what it actually is. But you have some sort of epiphany. Maybe the epiphany isn't coming in, or the realization isn't coming in. Could be because you're holding on to something back here. But usually the reverse tower is a pretty, something that's going to rock your world, but it's for the purpose of rebuilding it. So it could be a realization and understanding, or something actually just kind of falling apart on you. But you're really focused. You're very. No, I don't want to say too focused, but you're very focused on the difficulty and not so much on the moving forward. And I think that's causing an issue for you. In your environment, you have this Queen of Cups. This is an actual person who's probably offering you some love. She's offering it from a full cup. She's not offering you the dregs of her love. She's offering you a fullness of love. This could be a therapist. This could be a lover. This could be a mother. This could be somebody. There's some sort of renewal here that's being offered. And I'm almost wondering if your focus on this past situation isn't blinding you to this Queen of Cups in your environment. This could be any gender, male or female, but very loving, bringing in a lot of love here, an overflowing of love and positive feelings in your environment. That's someone in your environment that's giving you a lot of love and a lot of care. Your to-do list is the Hermit card. Your job right now is to follow your own intuition, to maybe spend some time alone. So even if this queen is offering some love, you still need to be spending some time alone, following your own North Star. You're not going to be able to see very far, but you're going to go step by step. You're going to go on an internal journey bit by bit. This could be external too. You might need to spend some time alone externally as well. And I feel like we've got some Queen of Cups energy here. This is water. Queen of Cups is all about water. And she's got fishes all around her, and we've got this mermaid here. We've got the Three of Cups and two mermaids here. So there's something deeply emotional and feminine, I want to say, female energy. Not necessarily, I'm not referring to gender, I'm referring to the energy here. This deeply emotional sort of feminine vibe going on here. And so you got to find this hermit. You're longing for home here. And this well here, you're longing for this well. You're not going to find the well in a group of people. You got to go it alone. You got to follow your intuition, trust yourself. He's got his light here, and she's got her incense thing here, and somehow I'm feeling these are the same thing, this spiritual incense journey. spiritual journey, and a spiritual journey right here. And this is looking at your own North Star, following your own intuition. That's your to-do list. That's what you need to be doing right now. You need to be, and here we are, have you again following your own intuition here across this sort of treacherous path. But there's someone giving you love, but I don't think you're here to be in a love connection with them right now. I think that love is just here to help fuel your journey into yourself and into your own guidance system, your own internal guidance system. And then, though, after you spend some time alone, renewing yourself at the well, then we see this Ace of Cups, this new love offering coming in. It's really going to grow from a lot of this difficulty, this battle that you've been in. We have this as a possible outcome, but first you've got to seek your own light, seek your own path, sort things out within you. This isn't a group project here. This is a solo project. And then that brings you in with a renewal, this renewal that you were longing for at the well, so that we have the source of love, and then we have the cup of love coming in, divinely guided as a possible outcome here, as a renewed love, an overflowing cup. So we have the Queen of Cups, but you're not going to be able to take her cup right now. You need to go off by yourself and fill your own cup here at the well. We have a couple really interesting repetitions here as far as this cup, this emotional cup, and this mermaid. So there's something having to do with emotions and an emotional processing emotions, renewing your emotions, finding your own renewal here, because there's something from the past that you're going to need to let go of in order to get this renewal. And you've got to do it alone, and you've got to go through this. The butterfly goes into the cocoon alone, not with other butterflies. So you've got a little cocooning you need to do to refill your own cup. But then there is someone here with a full cup ready and waiting for you when you're ready for this Ace of Cups and this new emotional beginning. So, Gemini, I hope that was helpful for you. I am so grateful for your likes, comments, and subscribes. I find them encouraging and fun. And also they help raise the visibility of the channel so that other people can find these messages too, which is really cool too. So I hope you have a wonderful week.